Hello and thank you for watching. This is SDSC back again with LEGO Transformers Extractor. Recently, when digging through one of my more unsorted LEGO bins, I found a pair of motorcycle tires. They're able to wrap around 2x2 rounded elements to make some really cool wheels, and I wanted to try using them on a Transformer. Since I only found the two of them, my mind instantly jumped to a tractor, and I ended up building this guy. I also saw this as a great opportunity to finally do a green Transformer. Throughout all of my creations, I've somehow never made a Transformer that is predominantly regular green. The closest I've come was Doughboy, and he was only half green. Since it's one of the classic tractor colors, it seemed like a good fit, and luckily I was able to work around the limitations of the color's availability. Up front, there's a small bumper centered under the grille, and a hood ornament up top. That detail plays an important role in transformation, which I'll cover in bot mode. Originally, I was going to give this guy yellow rims, as that felt more like the classic look, but near the end of the build I swapped to using inkwells for the front wheels, and unfortunately I don't have any of those in yellow, so I ended up swapping to red. Compared to a normal car, I do think Extractor seems a little too big, but I'm not one to care too much about vehicle scales, so I'm okay with it. That's all there is to say about Extractor and vehicle mode, so now it's time to transform. In robot mode, Extractor has very heroic proportions. He has large, wide shoulders and long, lean legs. While his vehicle mode is a little unconventional, I think his robot mode is just the opposite. It feels like a pretty classic, cool-looking Autobot. I've went with gray for his legs simply due to parts availability. However, I have grown to enjoy the color blocking it gives the character. Funnily enough, just a couple days before I'm recording this, a Speed Champion set actually leaked, featuring some of the parts I've used here in green for the first time. So maybe when that set releases, I can try experimenting with adding more green to his legs. However, I'm fairly happy with him as he is. What was the hood ornament in tractor mode now serves as a resting place for Extractor's hip assembly. Before I added that detail, there wasn't a clear stopping point for where his legs were meant to go, and his robot mode felt a lot less solid. In this mode, I like to imagine that the ornament becomes some kind of belt buckle. One of the first decisions I made when designing this guy was that I wanted his rear wheels to end up embedded in his shoulders, and it took quite a few iterations to find an armature setup that worked. In the end, I think all that work paid off. I love the way the tires frame his chest, as well as the clean simplicity of his circular shoulder pads. His head is more or less my standard build for characters at this scale, just with a Harry Potter wand added as a large crest or horn. Something about that detail just felt very fitting for the character. I imagine he's a very proud and heroic bot who charge headfirst to stop any injustice, and giving him a horn just felt like it reflected that. Sometimes when I build a Transformer, on the first day I end up with something that works, but that I'm just not quite happy with. Extractor was one of those cases, and it took a couple passes for me to get him up to snuff. But in the end, I'm so happy I did. I always love being able to use unconventional alt modes and rarer colors on my Transformers, and Extractor fills both those roles. Anyways, that's all I have for now, so I'll see you next time.